Bam, y'all, we back at it, coming from captivity, live from captivity. So check it. We got to deal with this Matthew chapter 5. I done seen too many false teachers getting up here breaking this down wrong. Like, I don't even know how you come to this conclusion where they coming at, but we going to deal with it. But first off the bat, the word is for doctrine, reproof, correction, instruction, and righteousness, that the man can do the good work perfectly. And the good work, none good but God. And his work is the works of the faith. So this is how we get to God's work, through his word. And the works of the faith, faith without works is dead. And not to shut nobody down, but bro, like, if you ain't sent to teach, you ain't sent to teach. Like, God want his manservants to be the teachers. Like, a woman can teach women and children, but he don't want her teaching his manservants. So this particular person that got me after this is a woman. So here we go. We're going to deal with this Matthew 5. So first off the bat, this ain't even no Paul writings. This ain't even Paul. This is not Apostle Paul. His writings to be hard to understand. Peter was telling us that, but this ain't even Paul. This straight up Christ, the King and High Priest under order of Melchizedek forever, the anointed Messiah, the one begotten Son of the Most High. The John 3:16 guy, this is him in Matthew 5 telling you. And he told you the first word. This is what I'm saying, like, cursed be the man that trusted in man. You is not supposed to, there is no servant greater than his master. So at any point, when you see Christ talking and teaching, he don't need a second witness. So you got to do the best of your ability, pray, fast, whatever, to get the instructions to understand what the King and High Priest was saying. Because he don't need 2-3 people verifying what he said. Because the Father is the witness of whatever he say, because he come to do the Father will. So look, in Matthew 5, the first phrase he told you, I can't make this up. And I don't know how you get to this is the law being fulfilled. You can't get there. The only way you get there is because the person that taught you that. That is the only way, you know. And I think I'm gonna get with y'all, but you know, like back in school, in grammar school, you know how they would give us a book and we would read a paragraph, 5 sentences, and then they ask us 3 questions about the 5 sentences. So if they ask you about 3 things out of them 5, so it's 3 sentences they asking you about out the 5. And you still come up with the wrong answer. That's comprehension. So all I get the understanding, man. You got to understand what's being read. Fast, pray. The Spirit of God is going to teach you that you don't got. But resting on what your man, the teacher taught you. So here we go. Matthew 5:7. And Matthew 5, there is no human way. There is no human way you can get through Matthew chapter 5 and think you don't have to keep no commandments. I'm talking about somebody hit you with a one-line piece and you went with it. So let's do it. Matthew 5:17. He said, now this is not he said, this is Christ said. The one that you putting this whole thing on, the author and finisher of this faith, is telling you, you finna disobey this the first thing he said, you gonna disobey it. You have to disobey the first thing he said to even come up with the laws done in this chapter, in this verse. He said, think not that I, me, Christ the anointed Messiah, come to destroy the law. I cannot make this up. He just said, I did not come to destroy the law. I didn't come to destroy, but to fulfill. So, and then when you hear fulfill, what makes your first base at fulfilled be the law? When he just gave you a direct instruction to not think that he came to do away with the law or the prophets. The law, the first 5 books, the prophets, is everything from Joshua to Malachi. Straight like that. So, he just told you don't think that. This is the first thing you thought. Be not deceived. He told you many people gonna come like they Christ, but they not. You gotta know this word. You gotta study, show yourself approved. There is no human way possible. You study the chapter of Matthew 5 and come up with the laws done in Matthew 5. This is when Christ told you he fulfilled the law. 1, So I'm gonna make the point and then I'm gonna get out of here because we already at 5 minutes. So look, check it. 1, he told you not to think that he came to destroy the law, but to fulfill. Now, when you heard fulfill, I don't know how you got to the law being fulfilled. What's the first thing you think about when somebody say being fulfilled? Prophecy. Prophecy, the first thing that you got to understand that's got to be fulfilled. If Christ wasn't born, died, resurrected the way that the prophecy said, then he's not him. So we're going to go to Luke chapter 24, verse 44, and he's going to tell you what he came to fulfill. And it was everything that was written about him from Moses on up. Many prophets talked about Christ coming and what he was going to do for the covenant of Israel. The new covenant don't say you can break these commandments. The new covenant saying my blood is the blood now, not the blood of goats. One man got us into this, one man got us out of this. I done already did 5 minutes on this, but this is not the passage. This is not the chapter because he told you, think not. That means don't think. I'm done, man. Cursed be the man that trusted in man. Leave these false doctrines alone. These false doctrines come from false teachers. Peace.